Good morning, children. Today we are going to read the story Pippi Longstocking. This is English literature. Pippi Longstocking, chapter 1. So I'll start. When Pippi entered Villa Villacula for the first time, it was a lovely summer evening. The children next door, Tommy and Annika, were not at home. They had gone to visit their grandmother for a week, and so they had no idea that anybody had moved into the house next door. So it is a story about Pippi Longstocking, and she entered the village. She shifted newly to Ville Villacula. It was a lovely summer evening, and the children they lived next door were Tommy and Annika. They were not at home that time because they went to their grandmother to visit her for a week, and they had no idea because they were not there. Tommy and Annika were not there when this girl Pippi shifted to their next door. So they had no idea who had come to their next door, that empty house. On the first day after they had came home again, they stood by the gate looking out into the street. They came down home. That means who? They means here Tommy and Annika. They came home back and they stood by the gate or at the gate looking out on the street. They had no idea that there actually was a playmate so near. They were standing there considering what they should do and wondering whether anything exciting was likely to happen or whether it was going to be one of those dull days when they couldn't think of anything to play. Now, the two children, Tommy and Annika, they came back from their grandmother's house and they were standing at the gate of their house and looking outside into the street. And they had no idea. They did not know that a new girl of their age has come next door. And they were considering what they were doing. They were standing there and thinking what they were doing, what they should do. And they were thinking that whether this day was going to be very exciting or as usual, like other days, or it will be going to a day when they could not think of playing some other new game, and they were thinking very hard what they should do. Will they get a new friend to play with, or what they should play today? They were thinking about this. And just then what happened? The gate of Ville Villacula opened and a little girl stepped out. They were standing there looking here and there, the two children, and suddenly they saw that the gate of the next door, their next door, that opened and the little girl came out. She was the most remarkable girl Tommy and Annika had ever seen. This girl was something to be noticed. That means she was very different, somewhat different, most remarkable. And she was Miss Pippi Longstocking out for her morning walk. Her name was Pippi Longstocking, and she came out for morning walk. This is the way she looked. And now the description is given. This third paragraph is the description how Pippi looked. Her hair, the color of a carrot. What is the color of a carrot? It's somewhat like reddish orange, isn't it? So her color was like the color of a carrot. Was braided in two tight braids. Braided means like this. Hair braided. Okay, when you make this is braided style, and her hair was braided in two tight braids that struck straight out, and that braided, they were standing like this. You can see the picture now how her braids are standing straight. Her nose was the shape of a very small potato, and her nose, it was the shape of a very small potato and was dotted all over with freckles. Freckles means over the nose, this one here, in this area, you have this black spots like this. Okay, so her nose was covered with the black spots, very small black spots over here. It must be admitted that the mouth under this nose was a very wide one, and her mouth, it was a very wide one, with strong white teeth, and she had very strong white teeth. Okay? Her dress was rather unusual, and her dress that was not also usual, means very uncommon. Okay? Pippi had made it herself. She made the dress herself. She had made it to be blue, but there wasn't quite enough blue cloth. So Pippi had sweet little red pieces on it here and there. And then she wanted the dress to be mint blue. Okay, but there was less cloth of blue. And what she did, she took some red pieces and she sewed here and stitched that red pieces here and there on the blue dress. Excuse me. On her long thin legs, she wore a pair of long stockings. Stockings means long socks. She was wearing a pair of long socks. And what was the color? One brown and the other black. So there were two colors. Okay. Do you wear socks of two colors? No. We wear one pair. We wear the same color socks. We do not wear different color socks. But she was wearing different color socks, long socks. She had a pair of black shoes that were exactly twice as long as her feet. And the shoe also. It was twice long of her as her feet. Means it was not of her size. It was double the size of the shoes of her feet. Her father had bought these shoes for her in turn the page, in South America, so that Pippi would have something to grow into. So her father brought it from South America and gave it to her so that she could grow more tall. She loved them and she never wanted to wear any other. And she loved this shoe so much, she did not want to wear any other shoe. But the thing that made Tommy and Anika open their eyes widest of all was the monkey sitting on the strange girl's shoulder. Now Tommy and Anika, they were very surprised. Why? Because a monkey was sitting on Pippi's shoulder. It was a little monkey dressed in blue pants, a yellow jacket, and a white straw hat. Now see, the monkey was also wearing dresses. The monkey wore a blue pant, yellow jacket, and there was also a white straw hat on his head. You can see this picture here. So wonderful, isn't it? Pippi walked along the street with one foot on the sidewalk and the other in the gutter. Wow, see. Now what happened? Pippi, her walking style was also very strange. She was walking with one foot on the sidewalk. Sidewalk means here you have road. This is road. And here you have footpath type thing, no? Pavement. This is pavement. So this is called also sidewalk. This is called also sidewalk. So one foot was here. Okay. And the other one in the gutter. You know what is gutter, no? Drain with dirty water. Tommy and Anika watched as long as they could see her. And they were very surprised naturally. This type of strange girl with strange dress with a monkey on her shoulder. And they were so excited. They looked at her till they could see her going. As far as they could see her going. In a little while, she came back. And now she was walking backward. And now when she came back, they saw that she is walking backward like this. That was because she didn't want to turn around to get home. And why? Now she was walking backward. Why? Because she did not want to go to home. Straight go to home. When she reached Tommy and Anika's gate, she stopped. And then when Pippi saw them, when Pippi saw Tommy and Anika at the gate, she stopped. The children looked at each other in silence. And then Tommy looked at Annika and Annika looked at Tommy. And she was looking at both. Pippi was looking at both. At last Tommy spoke. Why did you walk backward? And then Tommy was a little bit surprised. Why she is walking backward like this? Then he asked her, why you are walking backward? Why did I walk backward? Said Pippi. Isn't this is a free country? Isn't this a free country? Can't people walk any way she wants to? Let me tell you that in Egypt, everybody walks that way. And nobody thinks it's the least bit strange. Then Pippi asked, why I was walking backwards? It's a free country, isn't it? So people can walk any way they want. Means you can walk as you wish, backward, forward, sideward, ways, this side ways. Okay, any way you can walk. But let me tell you, then she told them that when she lived in Egypt, everybody walks that way. And there, nobody thinks that it is a strange thing. How do you know? Asked Tommy. You have never been to Egypt, have you? Then he said, how do you know? Did you live in Egypt? You have been there. I've never been to Egypt. Indeed, I have. I have never been to Egypt? Indeed, I have. Then she said, what are you saying? Didn't I live in Egypt? Of course, I lived there. That's one thing you can be sure of. You must be sure that I was there. I have been all over the world. Excuse me. I have been all over the world and seen many things stranger than people walking backward. Do you think it's the only thing? Walking backward is a very strange thing. But I have seen many strange things in the world because I have been all over the world. I have visited, I have toured, or I have gone all over the world. I wonder what you would have said if I had come along walking on my hands the way they do in farthest India. Then Pippi, she was a very strange girl, as you know. She said, if I would have come like this, walking on my hands, okay, what would you have said? Because people in farthest India, they walk with hands. They walk, farthest India, they walk on hands. Now you must be lying, said Tommy. Then Tommy said, you must be lying. Something is wrong, you are lying. Pippi thought a moment. You are right. She said sadly, I'm lying. Then she said, yes, you are right. And then she was sad that I'm caught. Okay, telling lies. Yes, I'm lying, she said. She agreed. It's wicked to lie, said Annika, who had at last gathered up enough courage to speak. Now Annika, who was kept silent for a long time, now she said, it's wicked to lie, not good to lie, it's bad to lie. Yes, it's very wicked to lie, said Pippi even more sadly. But I forget it now and then. And how can you expect a little child like me to always tell the truth when my mother is an angel and my father is a king of a cannibal island and I have sailed on the ocean all my life? Now again, see, very strange thing she is saying. Now she said, yes, it's a very bad thing to lie, but I forget it now and then. I do not remember that I should not lie. And how can you expect a child like me to tell the truth when my mother is an angel and my father is a king of a cannibal island? Cannibal means a person who eats his own species, that is cannibal, own type. And I have sailed on the oceans all my life. I have not stayed home to learn anything. How would I know? Then Pippi smiled and continued. And let me tell you that in the Congo, there is not a single person who tells the truth. Now you know where is Congo, it's in Africa. Now she said, do you know in Congo, nobody speaks the truth. There is not a single person in Congo who speaks truth. They lie all day long. There in Congo, people keep on telling lies and lies all day long, all week long like this. Begin at 7 in the morning and keep on until sundown. Means begin at 7 in the morning when they get up. At 7, they start the day with telling lies and till night, till the sun goes down, they keep on telling lies. So if I should happen to lie now and then, you must try to excuse me. So if I keep on trying, keep on saying lies, you must excuse me, please, because I'm in a habit. And to remember that it is only because I stayed in the Congo a little too long. Now she's giving excuses for lying, that she stayed in Congo in Africa for too long. That's why it has become her habit to lie now and then. That means since morning till the sun went down. Okay, she continued telling lies. We can be friends anyway, can't we? But then she said, okay, leave it. We can be friends. Can we be friends? Oh, sure, said Tommy, and realized suddenly that this was not going to be one of those dull days. And then Tommy agreed that, okay, we will be friends with you. Because he was very excited to see this little girl, because she was strange. And her ideas were very wild. Okay, her thoughts were very wild. So Tommy thought that now it is going to be very interesting, because with this girl, with her wild ideas and wild thoughts, the day would surely become very interesting. And every day, not this day, the other days also were going to become very exciting due to this strange girl and her wild thoughts and ideas. By the way, would you come and have breakfast with me? Asked Pippi. Then Pippi said that, okay, you come with me. Will you come with me to have breakfast? To have breakfast with me. Then she requested them to have breakfast with her. Why not? Said Tommy. Come on, let's go. Then Tommy agreed. Okay, we will have breakfast with you. Come, let's go. Oh yes, let's, said Annika. And Annika, she was also very excited to get this girl as a neighbor because of that strange and because she was very strange and she was with wild thoughts and ideas. And she was very interesting also. If you get children, if you get this type of friend, how will your how will be your day then? If you are with this type of person, okay, then surely your day would become very interesting, because every time it will surprise you. This type of person surprises us too much. So our brain is always engaged with their wild thoughts. Okay, and this way our day become very interesting, something new. Then Annika also said, okay, let's go. But first I must introduce you to Mr. Nelson. Then she said, Pippi said, Pippi. Then Pippi said, okay, before going to our home, to my house, let me introduce me to this monkey, my monkey. His name is Mr. Nelson. And the little monkey took off his cap and bowed politely. And then the monkey, he was wearing a hat. And then he took out as soon as Annika introduced that monkey, whose name was Mr. Nelson, introduced to the two children, Tommy and Annika, quickly that monkey took off his hat and he bowed to them like this with his hat. So well-mannered, see? No? He knows how to greet the new people, how to greet new people. So, turn your page number 14. Angel, you will do full, not the bracket. Don't do the bracket. Here, angel means what? not the representative of the God sent to the earth. Here Pippi wanted to say, actually she was playing with the words to fool them. Actually angel means here her mother died and long ago when she was young. We say no, our grandmothers they used to say us that when you die, when people die, they go there in the sky and they become star. That's why Pippi is saying like that her mother is an angel. Braided, cannibal, courage, okay, courageful or bravery you can write. Also bravery up to bravery. And rest you will do all full words. Okay. So thank you children. Study well at home. Learn whatever is given to you by the teachers. And of course you should read the story also. Thank you.